Greetings, everyone. It is Glenn Calloway coming to you from the basement. It is a beautiful Thursday morning. Today, I'm going to show you some new records and CDs that have come into the basement. I'm going to start off with the new Arthur Brown release. It is called Long, Long Road. Before I get started, I wanted to just do a brief little introduction to Mr. Brown for those of you who aren't familiar with him. So, obviously, the album Crazy World of Arthur Brown that came out in the late 60s with his big hit Fire, which is one of the great songs of the era, the decade, whatever, classic tune, really put Arthur on the map. I owned that album back in the day, but I never bought anything else by Arthur. And then about 3 or 4 years ago, my friend Tim from Zap Records in Coburg, Ontario, suggested I give this a listen. Galactic Zoo Dossier, and I bought the CD, and I brought it home, and first listen I'm going, what the heck is this? But it really interested me. There was a lot of passion in it and interesting songs, and but it definitely needed more than one listen. And I gave it a few listens, and every time I listened to it, I just liked it more and more, to the point where now I consider this one of my top 10 albums of all time. Arthur Brown's Kingdom Come, Galactic Zoo Dossier, incredible album. I suggest you listen to a song called Sunrise. If you're not familiar with this album, check that out on Spotify or whatever you listen to music on. So from there, I went back and revisited this, and I bought this CD, double CD reissue with the original stereo album and a second disc of outtakes, alternate mixes, mono mixes, stereo mixes, and all that, and really fell in love with this album again. It's, it also does a killer version of You Put a Spell on Me, the great Screamin' Jay Hawkins song. From there, I bought this box set, which is just incredible. It's all the stuff from Arthur Brown's Kingdom Come from 1970 to 1973, Eternal Messenger anthology, 5-disc set, includes this incredible album, another album which I came to love too, Journey, and a bit of an, I'm going to say, an odd album to listen to, Kingdom Come. This is probably I like it, but probably the least, I'd say, easiest to get into. It's that was kind of a double negative. It takes a few listens for sure. There's some disturbing moments. Also includes BBC Sessions 71, 72, and Jam Sessions, which is really good. This whole set is incredible. Comes with a book with all the details of Arthur and what's happening, and a little mini poster with lyrics and what have you on here. Wonderful set. Wonderful, and you can get it fairly inexpensively. So then I was lucky enough to find this when I was on my journey to Florida last spring. I found the British pressing of that Kingdom Come Journey album, and it sounds fantastic. It's on Polydor Records, made in England, British pressing. Sounds great. This is a really, really good record. And I ordered from Arthur's website. He has a limited edition vinyl of his albums and autographs them before he sends them out to you. And I bought this on vinyl, autographed, on beautiful vinyl too. Splattered kind of cool vinyl. There's Arthur's autograph right there. So I'm really, really proud to own that. And as a special bonus, I didn't realize they sent me a free CD for ordering the vinyl. Now, I understand this is limited to 500 copies, so if you're interested, grab it, because it's a great record. They sent me this Leg Boot, Arthur Brown with Chris Bryant and Nick Pinn. This is a live album. Arthur opened for Robert Plant a few years back, and this is from that tour. This is Arthur being back with an acoustic guitar and a violin, and it's so good. I mean, he does some of the classics from that Crazy World of Arthur Brown album. He does the Fire poem before the song Fire, and then he does Fire. He does I Put a Spell on You on here, and opens with a great cover of A Hard Rain's Gonna Fall, the classic Dylan tune, done so passionately. One of the best Dylan covers I think I've ever heard. I love it. This is a great, great album. I don't know if you can buy this separately on his website, but highly recommend trying to find that. So let's get on to the new album, wherever the heck I put it. Oh, yes, I've lost it. How could I misplace a CD? Here it is. Sorry about that, folks. There's the new CD. Arthur Brown with Rick Patton, Long, Long Road. Comes with a book. It's also available on vinyl. There's Arthur in his crazy world. All the lyrics are in here. This is a good album, man. I was surprised. When I got it, I played it 3 times through in a row. Don't usually do that with records too often. And I played it like probably 3 or 4 times since then. It's kind of controlling my CD player right now. All my other CDs are saying, get the hell out of here, Arthur. This is amazing. Anyway, it starts off with like the sound of thunder or something, and then it goes into this piano thing, and then Arthur's passionate vocals kick in, and it sounds like a Crazy World of Arthur Brown era, late 60s sound with the Hammond B3 organ and guitar, and really reminiscent of that, and it moves into kind of a proggy direction with a bit of flute, and then acoustic guitar comes in and leads right into track 2, which is lyrically just a fantastic song. It's kind of spoken word at first, and it's come out of the toilet with your hands up and put down that bag of crisps, or it's curtains for you. I loved you once, but I just can't stand your politics. That is the line that just grabbed me. Take me to your boudoir. He says it in a real sexy voice too. It's, take me to your boudoir. Your scented breath has guaranteed my return. Here from my coffin, as I open the lid, I see the surprised faces of all my relatives, and the disappointment that I shall still get to spend all of my money, and that my grandchildren shall inherit before my children. They say this is merely old man's aberration of age, but little do they know it is a very calmly planned vindictive revenge. Ha ha ha. That's killer. From then, track 3 kind of comes in strong and heavy, and then another kind of acoustic thing. It leads into a song that's very reminiscent of Motherless Children, the old blues gospel thing. But he says, sometimes I feel there's no blood in my veins, rather than sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Just this album is just fantastic. There's some great straight ahead blues on here, great guitar work. There's a song that kind of sounds a bit of a Tom Waits kind of feel to it. That's track 6, I think, which is 6. I wish I wore my glasses. I can't read the track numbers. That's awful. Anyway, track 6. Sounds like Tom Waits. And flows up into another blues track. And at the end of the album, it kind of does a reprise of that Motherless Children kind of a thing, another bluesy thing. And just, I highly recommend this album. It's really good. Arthur, great work. Okay. I wanted to show you one more thing from Arthur Brown. I think I showed this on my vinyl box sets, but this is the album I just picked up and showed you. Arthur Brown, Crazy World of Arthur Brown. It is a 50th anniversary super deluxe edition. It has a vinyl edition on cherry red America, black vinyl. Has a great book. There's Arthur. And I got to tell you, when you're dealing with these people on their website, first class, really good. Here is the 3 CDs that come with it as well. Great set. This is very affordable too. It's I'd say in like Amazon.ca, it's probably about $80 some or something, which is pretty good for the vinyl and 3 CDs and the book and for a classic album. Excellent. So what have I got new? Thank you, Arthur, for putting such a great album out. I'm really enjoying it. First of all, I know I've been talking this album out and saying it's my favorite album so far up to 2022. Tedeschi Trucks, I Am the Moon. The first part was called Crescent. Part 2 was released on July 1st. I just got it in. It's called Ascension. So you can see the similarity into the style of the cover. There's going to be 2 more releases, one end of July and one end of August, and then you'll be able to buy a 4 album box set. Fantastic. The second one didn't disappoint after the first one, so good. This might be a bit more mellow. I don't know if that's true. It's hard to say. There's a couple of ballads on here, and there's some great slide guitar from Derek Trucks. Just do yourself a favor and go and listen to this album. I'm sure you'll love it. Like, that's all I can say. That's one of my favorite bands, Tedeschi Trucks. Can't recommend them highly enough. I picked this up used for like $1 or something. The great Ralph Stanley. I'm a bluegrass guy. The Stanley brothers, next to Bill Monroe and maybe Flatt and Scruggs, there probably isn't any bluegrass artist more important in the history of that music genre than Ralph Stanley. And he put out music right until the end. Great banjo player, great singer, haunting vocals, excellent. Great CD if you're a bluegrass fan. Got some vinyl in. Well, let's stick to the kind of the bluegrassy stuff here first, and then I'll show you some. Well, no, let's go here first. I'll turn you off from the bluegrass stuff. Kinks. I'm trying to get some more Kinks stuff in my collection. I've got a lot of comps, and I've got some stuff on CD, but vinyl, I've just got the Kinks Chronicles on vinyl, so I picked up Face to Face. What a great frickin' album this is. This is limited edition, violet colored vinyl, 4th studio album. There is the vinyl right there. Good solid album. Kinks, man, they could do no wrong back then. They put out so many great albums. One of the great bands from the British Invasion. This has some classic tunes on it. Sunny Afternoon is on here, and also, what other hit song? Dandy's on here. They were the 2 big hits from that album. Sounds really good to me as a pressing. I'm quite happy with it. So the Kinks Face to Face. Something Else. This is a great Kinks album as well. This one's just on black vinyl. It's also a reissue. Again, this has got my favorite Kinks song on it, Waterloo Sunset. But it also has Death of a Clown, the great Dave Davies song, David Watts, Harry Ragg. Excellent, excellent album. The Kinks. Again, another reissue. I'm still looking for more. Okay, now kind of back to the bluegrassy thing. Another classic bluegrass band, Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver. I picked this up for $5, and what really intrigued me is it's autographed by all the band members. Terry Baucom's the guitar player in this band and banjo player in this band, and I've always been a big fan of Terry's playing. This is on the Sugar Hill label, just straight ahead, solid bluegrass. Doesn't get better than Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver if you're a bluegrass fan. And last but not least, one of my favorite artists of all time. I'm passionate about him. One of my heroes, Bela Fleck. Just one of the genius musicians of all time. If Bela played a guitar, he'd be up there with Hendrix. But he plays a banjo, so people, you know what people are like with banjos. But Bela a few years ago did a thing where he took his banjo back to its roots to Africa. Did a great documentary called "Throw Down Your Heart." I think you can watch the documentary for free on YouTube. You should check it out. It's really interesting, even if you're not a fan of the banjo. Just a great music documentary where Bela goes back and to the regions of Africa and sources out all these incredible musicians and plays with them, and they figure out, how to meld their music, and there's just some magic happens. And one of the results was a tour with Tumani Diabate, I don't know how to pronounce the guy's name, I'm sorry, The Ripple Effect. And there you see the two of them together looking very joyous and happy. This is a 2-record set. I picked this up in a warehouse sale on Amazon for like $20. There it's called Throw Down Your Heart Part 3, the African Sessions. Like I said, double album. There's the label. Gatefold. I'm going to show you the gatefold. There we go. Now, Tumani plays an instrument called a kora. And of course, Bela plays the banjo. Just sounds amazing. Beautiful record. Paul Simon did Graceland and kind of introduced mainstream pop music to the African beats and things that I don't think we paid much attention to over here as rock fans and pop fans. And that album was such a big, iconic record, but this is like that magnified by 1,000. I mean, this is, goes right back to the roots, and it's beautiful. If you like world music at all, you'll love this album. It's an amazing record. So that's it. That's what I got. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Peace out. Take care.